Alright, if you're new here, my name is Jarrett and I'm currently out winter camping. We've got a bit of snow on the ground. I did not bring a tent or a sleeping bag. The temperatures are supposed to drop below freezing tonight. I've got to build a shelter that's going to keep me warm and a fire that's going to last all night long. I'm burning precious daylight right now, so I'm going to start hiking in and see if I can't find a spot to set up camp. Two for one special. Too short. That's a bummer. As a kid, I would have called this a fort, but now that I'm a grown man, this is a survival shelter and it's almost done. I've been working on it for a couple hours. There's still some gaps in the back here and I'm not too worried about that. There's not supposed to be any rain or snow tonight. If there was, I'd probably chink it, push a bunch of debris in there and make sure it's airtight. I'm planning on building up some walls along the side so that I can contain more heat. And I'm also gonna do a raised bed so that I can put some hot rocks underneath me tonight so that I can stay extra cozy. I do not have a sleeping bag or a sleeping pad. I'll be sleeping on top of the logs using that little thin orange mat that I brought. It shouldn't be too bad as long as I can stay warm tonight, but I am running out of light, so I am gonna get a move on. You know, it's no Tempur-Pedic, but I think I'll survive the night. One night. I'm also thinking that I need to melt the snow beneath my bed. If I'm gonna put hot rocks under there, it's just gonna cause all the steam to come up and get me wet. I do have a wool blanket, but I'd prefer not getting wet. So I might try doing that too, but let's get a fire going. For my fire starter, I'm using some fat wood that I harvested from these woods. I'm hoping I got enough firewood. I took some mental notes of where there's some standing dead trees, just in case I need to cut some down later tonight. But I'm gonna start working on dinner. And on the menu tonight, we're doing a campfire tinfoil meal. So I'm gonna throw some sweet potato, bell pepper, onion, bacon, and beef kielbasa, which is basically a hot dog, in tinfoil, wrap it all up, and throw it on some coals, let it cook. Should be really good. Bacon makes everything taste good. Some salt. I wanted to film the two sides of my shelter. I may still do it, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to it. I think something that's gonna help me a little bit more would be a heat reflecting wall. All this heat from the fire is escaping out this way. And if I put a wall right here, it's gonna help bounce it back and reflect it into my shelter, which I think will benefit me more tonight. than filling in the sides. So I'm gonna prioritize that. I've got some stakes and I'm just gonna stake them into the ground and build a wall up. If you use a kettle to boil water, you can use some needles from like a pine tree or spruce to filter it out. You just put it in the spout and pour. I've got some chamomile tea in here. I'm also gonna add some spruce needles, high in vitamin C, and they also taste good. Let's try sweet potato. Holy smokes, that's hot. I'm gonna try one of these sweet potatoes. Oh, yeah. It's dumb. I don't know how appetizing that looks on camera, but I bet it's good. Can confirm. Very good. It tastes just like a hot dog. I like that. A little bit of bacon, sweet potato, and onion. It's really hot in here right now. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem staying warm tonight. I do think I'll have a problem sleeping, but I didn't plan this trip expecting to get sleep tonight. I'm sleeping on a bunch of logs, so maybe I will get some sleep. We'll see. Let's try this tea. Ooh, very nice. Splendid. Hot rocks are doing their job. I'm gonna try to burn off as much of this snow as possible. I've got about 20 or so rocks that I'm gonna rotate through. And I'll do the same tonight. When I wake up and if I'm cold, I'll just grab the set of rocks that are on the fire and replace these ones. This looks like one of those battering rams the police use. FBI, open up! All right, should be enough wood for the night and tomorrow morning. Feeling good about that. Oh, that was a lot of work. It's pretty nice. It is gonna be really hot in here tonight. Yeah, it's real nice. The wall is only 2-3 feet tall, but it's doing a really good job at blocking the wind. It's not blowing at me as much as it was earlier, and I can definitely feel the heat being reflected back. It's nice and toasty over here. It's 9 o'clock and I'm absolutely exhausted. It's a lot of work building forts, survival shelters. Brush your teeth, kids and adults. Even when you're camping, you have to do it. You don't want to end up like George Washington. He had wooden teeth. Maybe you do want to end up like him because he was the president, but you don't want to end up with his teeth. Good guy overall, though. Great guy. Probably one of the best Americans. Minus the slavery part. Don't support that. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. It's probably not, but there's some howling off in the distance. There are wolves in this area, but it's probably coyotes. I have no clue though. My wall's already starting to burn up. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that tonight. It is extra toasty in here. That wall is doing its job. It's 31 degrees outside, and it is currently 69 degrees in this shelter. It's an excellent temperature. I've got my bed all set up. Check this out. So for the base, I use some spruce. It's extra soft, very cushy. It's gonna be really nice tonight. And then I got this Nemo reflector type pad. It's gonna be a little bit of extra cushion. It's gonna help retain a little bit more heat too. And then inside this wool blanket is this green fleece sleeping bag liner. And then this wool blanket. I think I'm gonna be pretty cozy tonight. Wool is great for this stuff. It's flame resistant, so if any sparks or embers fly over and land on top of this, it should not burn, unlike my sleeping bag, which has holes in it, my pad, things like that. Plastic, embers will just burn right through it and put a hole in it. It also stays a lot warmer when it gets wet. So this stuff is great. This is my first wool blanket. First time using one out here, and I'm excited to be trying it tonight. Oh, this is real nice. Alrighty folks, I'm going to bed. I am shot. I'm exhausted. It's a lot of work. Good night.
Good morning. I surprisingly slept really well. I think I got up like 4 or 5 times, but was able to fall back asleep right away and slept pretty good. I'd get cold and I would just wake up, stoke the fire, get back in the bed. This wool blanket kept me really warm. So did the rocks. I replaced the rocks once last night. Could immediately feel the difference. This was fun. I'm very surprised I feel well rested. Let's make some breakfast. FBI, open up. Bacon's so good. Little coffee. Little eggs, bacon, and coffee. Real nice. First winter camp of the season was perfect. That was a fun little challenge. I still can't believe how well rested I feel right now. I was not expecting to get good sleep last night. I ended up stashing all these logs. I may come back to this area and build a shelter again one day, but until then, I got a short hike out of here. I'm gonna make my way back to my truck. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and stick around. I may do some target shooting when I get back to my truck. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. I should take care of him.